Hi, pile 2 and pile 3. I made an error in the last, at the end of the last video, and I meant to pause, and I didn't erase it. So I'm going to do pile 1 separately. Pile 2 and 3 I will do together. So this is pile 2. Welcome. I am Oracle, High Priestess Oracle, and I go by the name of Spirit Within Us, aligned with Spirit. And so I need to clear my energy. And so pile 2, this is just an absolutely stunning piece of work. And I'm very curious after pile 1 now of this is very much connected. If you happen to be following this reading here, all I can say is you're getting today's reading is quite powerful. And I do thank Sherry for this immensely. And I'm looking forward to the next. Freedoms win, freedoms win, freedoms win. That's all I can say. She's just phenomenal. Okay, so welcome pile 2. I'm going to start with the Archangel deck to see where you're at this time. And this is in regards to relationships. Okay, so holy macadoodle. This is in regards to relationships, full, whole, and complete. So I'm going to use this dice to see where my numbers line. It's 4, formation, it's foundation. The relationships within your world at this time, within your circle, are changing in such a manner because you are really searching for this foundation that is so important to you. And it might be a foundation that's based on truth. This does have a lot to do with children. So this at this point may be a either whether you work with children or you have children, but they're at the core of this is building this foundation, because understanding that the foundation is what's important. As long as you have, and foundation are your values, such as your what is most important for you to build a relationship, love, truth, honesty, whatever those are to you, to always seek towards that. So if you're having issues with somebody like one of your children, somebody that you work with, and I'm really getting the sense that they're younger children, so that there's a big sense that the children that you're working with are actually very, very special, but because that part of them has not been nurtured, it hasn't been able to come forward, it hasn't been able to really been experienced through them. Part of that is you bringing that together. Like I'm actually getting a sense of you bringing two sides together. So there may be some situation that you're in. Being a group reading, there can be so many scenarios, but this is really about bringing two groups together to form a solid bond to open the hearts of everyone involved. Ask for assistance from the angels, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, Raguel. Ask for assistance with these relationships. Right now, I just very much believe that children are very struggling right now because it's so abnormal, and they're also sensing guilt and fear and all of these things that we as parents are projecting because of what's going on in the world. So you're being asked right now to really speak the truth. Ask them how they're really feeling, and they will tell you. 100%, they will tell you. I'll tell you if they trust you. That's when they tell you. Do kids lie? Absolutely, they do. They learn from that fear, but they will tell you the truth if they know that you can handle the truth. I'm getting lots of things, but this really is encompassed by truth. And that truth is it is so vibrational at this time, and that energy really needs to be expanded out. Listen to the truth that you're hearing. Listen for the signs that you can't see. Feelings, just really pay close attention. They're just bringing out the gifts within each child, and each child has different gifts. And the third part of that is about, I don't think I showed any of these cards, but the first card was indigo children, and the second one is relationship harmony, and the third card is nurture. And the importance of that card is that when we come together and we do nurture children, we do nurture the child inside of ourselves. So perhaps that's, at this moment, this is the aspect that you need to build onto your foundation, which is this 4, is to build that foundation of trust and honesty through the throat chakra, through the ears chakra, through listening and hearing the truth. When we deny ourselves the truth, we deny ourselves love. We really do. So this is about speaking the truth. If it doesn't happen to be about any children around you and just strictly in regards to relationships, there is a side that needs to nurture their inner child still. Okay? So I'm going to bring 2 messages from the Woman's Oracle. And the first one is, yes, inner guidance system. Okay? Our inner guidance system is so superly important. And it's highlighted here through the heart chakra and the throat chakra. But these are esoteric symbols and signs, and that's just seems to be so much the importance of what's going on right now, is really understanding that balance, that place of peacefulness, that I think that's a part of us. There's the gentleness to a lot of children that we almost push out of them because we want to, especially with boys, young boys, and we choose that, you need to be more masculine, or you need to be more feminine, or you need to be this way, you need to be that way. But our inner guidance is our core, and that's our foundation. So with yourself, maybe you're needing to go back to that place and really ground yourself and root yourself in, the energies that perhaps might have made you, respond or react in a different way, but you're really starting to understand that you do have an inner guidance system. And the best answers always come from this calm, radiant place within. And it always waits there with joy, because they always want to. If you say that my foundation is joy, my foundation is love, I want to be guided towards that faith, love, truth, honesty, to open relationship. In the next card, so it balances, is the card of boundaries. And this is a more feminine energy, and I'm saying that because it's quite often, and it can be on both sides, but it can quite often be that we are, because we're calm and we're gentle, and we let energies in, or we help people, or things like that. But it doesn't mean that everybody gets to invade your space. It also means you get to set your boundaries. If I want to, I have these bunnies downstairs. They're not in my basement. They're underneath the porch. My dog's always after them, but the bunnies are so cute. I love bunnies. Other people hate bunnies because they eat their flowers. I grow flowers so that my bunnies will eat them. So there's a difference. So I get to create my own boundaries. As strange it may be to somebody else, it's not strange to me. They're my boundaries. I get to spread my boundaries. And you can also have boundaries from things that have happened previously. And sometimes you have to let those boundaries go away as well, and understand that maybe they brought you to a new spiritual place, a new spiritual commitment. And that can be some sorts of harms that have, we went through as children. And so we created blocks, or, there's lots of things that we may have done just to make ourselves feel safer. And so boundaries are important in all relationships, and that's coming from your foundation. Wow, so this, it's really funny because this was at the bottom of the deck and I saw it. And, okay, here we go. It's just both. This is weird. Anyways, and I shuffled the deck and it came up and it flipped up. It wants to be shown itself. It's the card of the stag. And this really represents a lot of pride, a lot of pride and leadership. Who you are, as you move forward, this is part of you growing into your truth. This is about being proud of yourself, being proud of the road that you have crossed, the road that you have traveled with pride, with a sense of, and if you notice in the card, he's like, what do you call it? Bellowing, making his grunting. I don't know that he makes a sound. But to me, he is giving praise to Spirit for that, bringing him all of this pride, this back to him, this nurturing that needed to be done, bringing that all back to him so they can understand this hit within your own spiritual guidance system. The next card that came up, and again, it was from the bottom of the deck, which is crazy, is the card of wealth. And when I see this card, it reminds me of, what does wealth mean to you? And I think there's also within this spiritual re-understanding, a whole new understanding of wealth to you. Cripes. Okay, need to show this card. It's finding that light and understanding that perhaps wealth isn't always about greed. You may have a huge block within that area. If you do allow light into that and know that wealth is more, you can have a wealth of love, you can have a wealth of knowledge, you can have a wealth of wisdom, you can have a wealth of whatever it is, but all of this is what creates your light and brings forward, because that's our vibration. Okay, just a little card that needed to jump in there. I just heard the song by, it's a Canadian band, I think, You Are the Light. I'm pretty bad at my band names, but I would say Harlequin. For anybody that's listening, you're laughing now, I know. Anyways, so a couple messages from the spiritual alignment. See, this is so much about you connecting with the universe. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. No doubt. It's what it's about. This is your spiritual time, moment of clarity. You are gaining that. You have earned it. When I make joy, again, you may not have joy as a foundation, but joy is a foundation. It needs to be. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas come naturally. Support will surround me and movements will form. That's going back to the protection. So, you know what? You have this pathway. Take it. Grab hold of it and take it. Whoa. Bossy me. It's bossy spirit. I say that a lot, but spirit guides the spirit. You are in such a spiritual, committed journey right at this moment. And the light is coming on. It's like, holy Hannah. And so I'm going to choose 3 cards from the Romance Angel cards because this is relationship. And so let your friends help you. So whatever's going on with any kind of relationships, ask for help from others and accept assistance for others. I have a hard time with that, accepting assistance from others. I realize that, but I've had to. And I've learned so much through that process. The next card is make the effort. So it's time. I said, your time is now. And calling in a soulmate. Okay? All these stars have aligned. All these relationships are coming together. They're flowing. They're but it's all coming from within you because you're making different choices. You don't make these choices, none of this stuff happens. That's how spirit works, is that they want you to build this foundation. And if you don't do the work, it doesn't just happen. You've got to do the work. So I'm going to finish this off by rolling, 5 dice on top of that. I got another 4, interesting. Oh, this is kind of funny. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Okay, so the second, oh, this is too funny. Okay, so anybody that knows about chakras and stuff. So I got the 1, 3, 4, and 5. And what's missing is the 2. 2 is in regards to relationships. That's where you're needing to work on your foundation. This is about relationships for you. You're at a brand new beginning when it comes to relationships, and all your relationships are coming on a brand new level. So enjoy. Namaste. Have an amazing day, and open your heart. Okay. Write this down. Okay. So pile number 3. Hi. How are you? I hope you're all doing fine. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say to you. Oh, my gosh. Sherry, this is incredibly beautiful. Pile number 3, you have a very, very, very deep connection to spirit. I'm going to hold this up to there. I'm not sure if it's going to get it, but look at this. If you can see that, that is phenomenal. That's all I'm going to say. That is phenomenal. So you have this beautiful, beautiful, spectacular energy that is very, very grounded, but it's also very unique. And your gifts, whoa, that's all I'm going to say. You have gifts. I'm not sure what those gifts are, but you got gifts. So let's roll my big dice. Oh, foundation again. Okay. Last pile was foundation as well. So I'm really getting a sense of foundational being. Okay. So you have learned through courage and through love that the most important, beneficial sacrifice in which you can make can release. That's to release. Sometimes we're so afraid to release. Often things that we've become comfortable with, they're not always good, but you've had this courage to just release it all and become this almost powerful being that's so filled with love that draws people into their world. I need to roll these dice. Yes. There's another foundational. So this is a lot about, I'm going to say, so I've got a 6. Actually, what I did was I put the 4 and the 6 together because I wanted to. And because the 4 is the foundation, the 6 is love. 2 twos, 1 is a blue 2 and 1 is a white 2. And so there is a side that has more clarity, and the other side is stepping up to the plate to learn to speak in truth and not speak outside of that fear. And there will be will be a new beginning, because the space that you've walked into, that is just so grounded and filled in love. So I'm going to pull 3 of these cards. Okay. The Queen. Wow. fertility, feminine power, sexuality, friendships. You have stepped into a total new role, that's so inspirational, that people really want to be a part of your party. They want to be a part of your energy. They want to be a part of who you've become. It's almost like learn where you've become. And what you've learned most is you can share with people your journey. You can help people with your journey, but you can't walk anyone else's journey. Wow. The next card is the High Priestess. Did I not say that this group has been? Yes. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. This is High Priestess symbolizes that you've learned to discern. You've learned about, I don't know what the even next word is, but intuition, prophecy, vision. Like you've just become so an open channel. That's what this is so about, is this open channel connected to the divine. It's kind of blowing me away. Oh, and I talked about this in the last reading. And this card is the spider, which is my absolute favorite. And I'm terrified of spiders, but this is my absolute favorite. It's not the spider itself, it's that web. And I often relate the spider web to that of the dream catcher. And that's, now you've taken on all of these gifts and you're learning to create, not just to let it happen, but actually create, make ideas, plans. Like you're putting more thought into it. But there's also a thought of knowing. So that is coming from intuition, that place of intuition. That is so clear, that just knows, that's listening. So it's like, I know which way to go now. Like, I just do. So you've come to this place of peace. It's like, holy Dinah, like where you were from, where you were from to where you are now is just, yeah, this makes sense. You've overcome so many trials, so many challenges, so many difficulties, but you cleared them out. That was your ticket. That was your key. You learned that spiritual understanding, the connectedness, how to find this peace, how not to just be led astray, that you create. You are the High Priestess. You embody and case values of the Empress, that is just giving and loving and gentle. And flip. Okay. You know what? I say that because honestly, when there's an intention set on a certain pile, all the cards align, and it's still, and I'm grateful after, I'm going to say 40 years, and it's true, 40 years of doing this. It still surprises me, and I'm grateful that it surprises me, because I do believe that keeps me honest. So so this card says, when I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. Fear and faith cannot coexist, period. Surrender to faith. That's what you've learned to do. The greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force. They come through freedom. Okay, so I could write these cards as I'm going along, but the cards come up. And that's why I say I don't read cards. And these two cards are so connected. It's crazy. And these three cards, if you look at all the colors, they're so connected. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And you've learned all of this. And it's all been through this spiritual gift that you finally attuned to, aligned with. And when I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. You have overcome. You have overcome. You are now in a safe, protected, beautiful, inspirational. You are who you is meant to be. Funny words is, I am going to pull a couple of these. Moonlight. You're reading the illusions. Actually, see, to me, the moon is about, that's, you know, apropos, was that the word? Through, wow, apropos, meaning we're coming through a full moon, and moonlight comes up, and that's when you put all of your, you know, your wishes out. You rid yourself of, you clear yourself of that energy that's just not necessary. You clear yourself of the illusions, and you just walk straight forward with what is. You're also taking a lot of your knowledge, and you are going to share that. You're going to be a fighting force out there, just learning. This is showing her reading, but actually I'm seeing writing. So just if that's for anybody. But this is what you've become, the magical map shifter. And that means, what do I want? That's what I want. And so I'm going to go forward in honesty and truth for that, knowing why I want that, and clearly envisioning it and allowing it to be. So I'm going to pull a couple cards from this group, actually, this out there as well. There is a gentleman that is in your life. I don't believe he's a past. I believe that's someone that's in your life, but or it could be a spirit guide, but someone that really is trying to show you all the colors of all the colors of the earth. And that means the vibrations. He wants you to become more aware of all the vibrations that are out there. And then understanding a connecting energy coming into you. So if your energy, I'll share a little bit of story, because when I did go see Freedom's Win yesterday, and she had messaged me afterwards asking me about my energy. And it had been really low just due to a certain circumstance. And she would know that. And that I trust. And I do trust if people say to me, another one of my cousins said to me, I was outside and she said, you need some water. And I went, oh, and I went inside and I did need water. And I trust people that I know have those gifts. So I will listen. Okay, anyways, so I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Romance Angel. Ooh, so very soon, what you're wanting, what you're setting your attention is on. If you move forward, as I say, if you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. You have to make the movements. You have to make these changes. You're on a spiritual journey. If you're stopping now, you need to get back on that horse. So anyways, relationships coming very soon. If you make the effort, it's worth it. Okay, you two have, did I show you these? So very soon, make the effort. I do this in my readings actually too. And children. I believe that you two, I always say this when I get this card, have met as children. You met when you were younger, or you knew each other. You've been searching, on a honeymoon. And you've been searching for each other for a very, very long period of time. And any messages? Well, we do know that there is a sense that you need to come together, and there may be a shyness, but if you want, you can push away that shyness and break through, because on the other side, words do hurt. So something was said along the way, or something that somebody's heard. But they're saying, please give me time. I've never felt this way before. Okay, so it's this is my card. Love is the answer. That is just very short and sweet and to the point. So thank you very much. I wanted to do a shorter reading today, so that was my intention. So thank you, and namaste. Have a great day, and I look forward to reading for you again. Okay? Take care.